So you caught a nice fish and you want to impress your friends. Have you ever seen a nice pretty steak like in a restaurant or maybe at the filet fishmongers? I'm going to show you how to steak a salmon today. This technique is really nice too because not only is it great for grilling as well as in the pan, you do not have to be good at filleting to make these cuts. It's perfect. So we're going to start out same cut as always. Hand on top of the fish, in the vent, and up. I forgot to say what you're going to need first. A sharp knife, a mallet, a spoon, no samples I promise, and some type of thick, both horizontally and diagonally, a knife or preferably a cleaver. All right, pull up that fin, same cut as we did when we were filleting. We're gonna go right behind the gill plate here and down. Make sure to cut all the way through into there. So now you have a nice flap to fill up. Wow. If you get a nice big female with eggs, like I said, keep the eggs. Okay. Now here is where you got to get a little messy though. You got to take all of these out. I don't honestly know how to best take pictures of this, but just remove all the innards here, and this is where you can use your spoon. So cut up along this backbone here, and then take your spoon and get rid of this bloodline here. So remove all that. Okay. There's different ways to do this. You could have taken the head off at the beginning. Probably should have done that, but that's okay. So you have this initial cut and your cut at the bottom here. Flip your fish over and make that second cut again, right behind that gill plate here and down towards the backbone. All right, so this is where you're going to use your cleaver or thick boning knife. I guess it's going to be a boning knife today. So this is very carefully. You don't want to whack too hard, but all you want to do is you want to get through that backbone. And aim this just towards your other cuts at the bottom here. Hear that crack? Done. Take your knife. You're going to cut that out here. Again, save this if you want some crab bait. So this is where it's very important to make sure the inside of your fish is clean. You can use your spoon or your fingers. Get in there, get nice and dirty, because the more you get out now, the less you're going to have at the dinner table. So you can peel these off if you want. I personally do like to peel this skin here. And then you can get in there, and if you need to, with these bigger fish, sometimes I do find it necessary. These pieces of bone right here, you can cut through them just a little, just to feel them crack, and that'll help you get that kidney out of here. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go to town and, oh, here we go. It's gotta happen. Okay. Once you've got it as absolutely clean as you think you can get it, I'm going to stand differently now for the camera than I would initially, but you want to have, again, the backbone towards you, and you're going to work left to right. So you your next cuts are going to depend on how thick you want your steaks. If you want thin steaks, maybe to feed a lot of people, maybe about an inch. Personally, when I want salmon, I want a lot of it. I'll do 1.5 inches or so. So make your cuts at the angle that your initial cut down behind the collarbone was. And you're just gonna keep going like this. And you're going to stop, notice I'm stopping, when you feel that backbone. Take your time. Here, I did forget to show you, cut off that back fin here. Sorry about that. And you can cut off these as well. It is easier to do this now than later. You can see the end of that bone right there. Just go right underneath it. There you go. All right, sorry, keep your cuts going. And you're gonna keep going until this vent, until your initial cut ends. So I'm gonna stop about there because you can't really make any more steaks after this. So continue your cut that you weren't able to continue because of that backbone. Cut all the way through the belly here. Be really careful, take your time. So after you've made your cuts, this is when you get your cleaver and your mallet. And what you're gonna do here is, the only thing you wanna do with this, you don't wanna cut through the meat, you just wanna snap this bone. So stop as soon as you feel that backbone broke. Okay, that is it. You take your fillet knife again and you finish the cut. And you wanna try to be as nicely on line with your original cuts as possible. So cut through that skin at the base, but you don't have to finish the whole, well, you can. See, whatever is easier for you to do. Then you should have some nice steaks. This fish has been frozen, so I promise if yours is fresh, it will look a lot better than this one. Alrighty, that's your steak fish. Now what do you do with the tail part? You're gonna fillet it. So again, put that backbone as close towards you and the table as you can. And again, just push along that backbone. There you go. Other side. This one's a little hard, so take your time. And that's a good way to save meat on a fish as well. And like I said, you don't really have to be an expert filleter.